Hey, it's Alex, and in this video I'm going to walk you through exactly what the STEM Career Accelerator is, who it's for, how it works, and whether it is right for your job search. So if you're applying for roles, trying to get more interviews, trying to land better offers, or just trying to understand why your current job search is not working, then this video will give you the full breakdown. By the end, you should know exactly what's inside the accelerator, how the system works, what kind of support you get, and which membership option makes the most sense for you. If you're here, there's a good chance your job search is not working the way you want it to. Maybe you're applying to jobs and hearing nothing back. Maybe you're getting interviews, but those interviews are not turning into offers. Maybe you're an international candidate trying to navigate CPT, OPT, STEM OPT, and H-1B sponsorship or work authorization. Or maybe you know you have strong experience, but your resume, LinkedIn, and job search strategy are not making that obvious to employers. And this is where most job seekers get stuck. They apply to more jobs, they hear nothing back. They rewrite their resume randomly, and then they blame the ATS. They apply to even more jobs, then they lose confidence. Then they repeat the whole cycle again and again. And this is what I call the stuck job search loop. And the frustrating part is, most people are working hard. They're putting in time, they are applying to jobs, and they are trying. But they are trying to solve the wrong problem. The problem is usually not that you're lazy. The problem is usually that your job search does not have a clear system. Most job seekers are guessing. They guess which roles to apply for. They guess what their resume should say. They guess how their LinkedIn works. They guess how to network. They guess what employers actually want to see. And when something does not work, they guess again. That is why more effort does not always create better results. If the strategy is unclear, more activity just creates more rejection, more confusion, and more frustration. What most job seekers need is not another random tip. They need a better system. They need a system that helps them diagnose what is broken, understand which roles actually make sense, prove their fit clearly, and execute the job search properly across applications, LinkedIn, networking, and interviews. That is the entire reason that I built the STEM Career Accelerator. The STEM Career Accelerator is a structured coaching and implementation system for STEM job seekers. It is built for people in tech, data, AI, software engineering, analytics, cybersecurity, product, technical leadership, and anyone who's an international job seeker in those related fields. The goal is simple: help you stop guessing, get clear on what is actually holding you back, improve your positioning, and give yourself a much stronger chance of creating more interviews, better opportunities, and stronger offers. Inside the accelerator, we focus on the whole job search, not just your resume, not just your LinkedIn, and not just applications, the full system. This means diagnosing the problem, aligning your search with the right market, improving your resume and LinkedIn, building proof, networking properly, applying strategically, preparing for interviews, and improving as you go. Now, I want to be really clear about what this is not. This is not just a folder full of videos. This is not a generic job search course. It's not a random job board. It's not a motivational community where people post vague advice and hope something changes. And it's not one-off advice that gives you a quick dopamine hit but does not actually fix the job search. Okay, the STEM Career Accelerator is a coaching and implementation system. Okay, a hybrid coaching program, if you will. This means that you get the strategy, the resources, the tools, the community, the live support, and the structure to actually take action. Because most job seekers do not need more random advice. They need a system they can actually execute. Okay, so over the last 12 years, I have helped more than 5,000 job seekers improve their job search to land interviews and offers. That includes candidates across STEM, data, AI, software engineering, analytics, product, finance, legal, technical, FMCG, finance, you name it. Some people came to me after months of applying and hearing nothing back. Some had strong experience but could not explain it clearly. Some were PhDs struggling to translate research into industry language. Some were international candidates trying to understand sponsorship and US hiring expectations. Some were senior professionals who had done a lot, but their resume did not communicate their level properly. And some simply needed a better system. The patterns are very clear. When you are targeting something and the targeting is poor, your resume has to work too hard to communicate your value. When your positioning is unclear, employers do not understand your value. When your proof is weak, your experience looks less impressive than it actually is. And when your execution is random, your results become random too. That is exactly what the accelerator is designed to fix. Okay? We've helped over 5,000 job seekers secure opportunities with companies including the likes of Cognizant, Google, Meta, KPMG, Sky, BCG, Microsoft, PwC, Caterpillar, PepsiCo, IBM, PayPal, you name it, we've done it. Okay? Here are some examples of people that have had success inside the accelerator. Like Neve landed 2 job offers in 4 weeks, okay? And that was after recently graduating. Kasim landed a fully remote ML role with 160k salary in less than 4 weeks. William secured a fully remote head of AI role in 6 weeks. Adiola secured a job in 6 weeks. Zachary secured a new role in 4 weeks post-PhD. Okay, and Jason landed a 130k job in 8 weeks. Christina's landed a job at Scale AI in 5 weeks. And Neil landed a job in 3.5 weeks with a 40% pay rise after looking for 6 months. Okay, these are just some of the examples of people that we've helped. Okay, but if you need help, the best option is to go with a system that has proven results. So the reason that I can teach this is because I've seen the job search from 1,000 angles. Okay, I've worked with graduates, I've worked with PhDs, I've worked with international candidates, I've worked with career switchers, I've worked with data analysts, data scientists, data engineers, software engineers, AI engineers, ML engineers, cybersecurity professionals, product candidates, senior leaders, and executive. You name it, I've done it. And across all of those backgrounds, the same core issues show up again and again. People are often not short on ability. They are short on clarity. They do not know which roles make sense. They do not know how to explain their experience. They do not know what evidence employers are actually looking for. They do not know how to position themselves against the market. They do not know how to turn their projects, responsibilities, and achievements into proof. And that is what I've spent the last 12 years helping people do. I know what gets candidates ignored. I know what gets candidates interviews. And I know what helps employers understand your value faster. The STEM Career Accelerator is for you if you are applying but hearing nothing back. It is for you if you're getting interviews but not offers. It is for you if you're a STEM graduate or early career candidate trying to stand out. It's for you if you work in data, AI, software, analytics, or any other technical field and you want to be a clearer professional in your market and you want a clearer job search strategy. It is for you if you're an international candidate navigating CPT, OPT, STEM OPT, or H-1B sponsorship or work authorization. It is for you if you're switching careers and need help translating your experience. It is for you if you're a senior candidate who has strong experience but needs sharper positioning. And it's for you if you know you have the skills, but your resume, your LinkedIn, your applications, your job search strategy, or your interviews are not getting the results they should. If any of those sound familiar, then you're probably in the right place. So inside the Accelerator, the system is actually built around 4 major parts. First, we diagnose what's actually broken. Second, we rebuild your market alignment. Third, we improve your positioning and proof. And fourth, we execute the job search properly. And that's the core method. Diagnose, align, position, and execute. Because you can't fix a job search properly if you don't know what's broken. You can't write a strong resume if you don't know which roles you're targeting. You can't position yourself clearly if you do not know what proof employees need to see. And you cannot create consistent opportunities if your applications, LinkedIn, networking, and interviews are disconnected. The Accelerator brings all of those pieces together into one clear system. Okay, so most job seekers do not know what's actually broken. Okay, they might think they do, but most of the time they don't. They think that it's ATS. They think that it is the market. They think it's the resume. They might think it's the visa status. They might think it's their experience. Sometimes they think it's bad luck. And sometimes one of those things is part of it. But often, the real issue is deeper. It might be a targeting problem. You're applying to roles that you do not actually fit. It may be a resume problem. Your experience is there, but it's not being communicated clearly. It might be a positioning problem. Employers cannot quickly understand where you fit in relation to their specific company or opportunity. It might be a LinkedIn problem. Your profile might not be attracting the right people or reinforcing your credibility. It might be a networking problem. You're either not doing it, or you're doing it in a way that feels awkward and ineffective. It may be an interview problem. You're getting the calls, but you're not actually able to convert them. And it may be market alignment. The roles, the salary, the location, the skills, the seniority, they just simply do not match the market. Or it might be work authorization. And this is why diagnosis matters. Because fixing the wrong thing wastes time. Inside the Accelerator, we start by identifying the real bottleneck, and then we build a plan around that. So one of the biggest differentiators inside the Accelerator is market alignment. Before you apply, you need to understand whether the role actually makes sense for your experience. Location, salary, target, work authorization, skills, industry, and career level. A better resume will not fix poor targeting. If you're applying to the wrong roles in the wrong market with the wrong positioning, you can spend months working hard and still get nowhere. Market alignment asks better questions. What role are you actually targeting? What industry makes sense for your background? Where can you realistically work? What salary band matches your level of market? What work authorization constraints do you need to account for? What skills are required? What business problems does the role solve? What proof will employers expect to see? Where are the gaps? And what experience transfers? When those things are clear, the job search gets sharper. Your resume becomes easier to write, your LinkedIn becomes easier to position, your applications become more focused, your interviews become more convincing. Market alignment creates clarity, and clarity creates better execution. So once the target is clear, we need to improve your positioning and proof. Your resume and LinkedIn should not just list tasks. They need to prove fit quickly. Employees need to understand the role that you're targeting, the level that you operate at, the problems that you solve, the tools that you use, the impact that you've created, and why your experience transfers. This is where most resumes fall apart. They're full of responsibilities, but not enough evidence. They tell employers what the person was involved in, but not what they improved, built, analyzed, delivered, influenced, reduced, increased, or solved. A strong resume should make it easy for employers to say, I understand what this person does, or I understand the level that they operate at, or I understand the problems that they solve, or I understand their tools and methods. I understand their impact, and I understand why they are relevant for this role. That is what we work on inside the Accelerator. We turn experience into evidence, we turn vague responsibilities into clear proof, and we make your resume and LinkedIn easier for employers to understand quickly. Once your positioning is clearer, execution becomes everything. And this is where a lot of job seekers make another mistake. They rely on one channel, usually direct applications. Okay? They apply to jobs online, wait for replies, hear nothing, then assume the whole market is broken. But a better job search uses more than one channel. Inside the Accelerator, we use something that I refer to as the DINE system. Okay? D is direct applications. That means targeted applications, job boards, company career pages, tracking, follow-up, and quality over quantity. I is inbound opportunities. That means your LinkedIn profile, your content, your visibility, your recruiter presence, and your ability to attract opportunities. Not only on LinkedIn, but outside of LinkedIn as well. N is for networking and social, and that means comments, posts, warm outreach, conversations, referrals, and relationship building. And E is external support systems. So this means coaching, community, referrals, tools, accountability, staffing firms, recruitment agencies, headhunters, feedback loops. The goal is to stop depending on one channel and build a more complete job search system, because one channel creates limited results. Multiple channels create more visibility. Okay, so what do you get inside the STEM Career Accelerator? Well, you get the full STEM Career system. Okay, this gives you the structured roadmap to fix your job search from strategy to execution. You get over 15 live coaching calls, Q&A, and review sessions every single week with me. That means you're not just left alone with content, you can get help, ask questions, and receive feedback. You get resume support, so you can build a resume that proves your fit, impact, and value. You get LinkedIn support, so your profile is clearer, stronger, and better aligned with the roles that you want. You get networking support, so you can build real relationships, create warmer opportunities. You get interview prep support, so you can communicate value clearly and convert more interviews into offers. You get 10 hours of on-demand workshops and masterclasses. You get access to the STEM Accelerator job board. You get AI tools and prompts. You get templates and downloads. And you get direct community messaging support, so you can ask questions, get feedback, and stay accountable. The goal is simple. Give you the system, support, and tools that you need to stop guessing and start executing. Okay, so when you join, everything is organized inside Skool. Let me show you what that looks like. So the classroom is where the main accelerator system lives. So let's head there now. This is where you'll find the modules, workshops, templates, tools, and implementation resources. The system is designed to take you through the job search in the correct order. You are not just jumping randomly between resume advice, LinkedIn tips, interview videos, and job boards. You follow a structured path. The path includes job search reset, problem identification, market alignment, positioning and proof mapping, resume optimization, LinkedIn optimization, social visibility strategy, networking strategy, application strategy, interview mastery, offer negotiation. The order matters, because a better resume will not fix poor targeting. More applications will not fix unclear positioning. And more interviews will not help you if you can't communicate your value clearly. And the classroom gives you the structure. Okay? The dashboard is your home base. This is where you can see what to do first, where everything lives, your next best step, and the core resources that help you move forward. This includes resume tools, LinkedIn tools, career coach prompts, and job search planning resources, as well as AI tools. The dashboard is designed to reduce confusion, because a lot of the time when people join a program, one of the biggest problems is not knowing where to start. And the dashboard solves that. It gives you a clear starting point and helps you know exactly where to go next. The community is where the support happens. Okay? This is where you can ask questions, get feedback, post wins, connect with other STEM job seekers, and stop making every single decision alone. And that matters, because job searching alone can quickly turn into overthinking. You apply, you hear nothing, you start doubting yourself, you rewrite your resume again, you change your strategy again, you ask random people for advice that don't know what they're doing, and then you end up more confused than before. Inside the community, you get access to people working through similar problems. And you get a place to ask better questions and get better feedback and stay accountable. And that support environment is a major part of this accelerator. The calendar is where you find live coaching calls. Okay? This is where you'll find the weekly coaching drop-ins, Q&A sessions, review labs, workshops, and support sessions. And this is one of the most important parts of the accelerator. Every single coaching call is taught by me and my coaches. Okay? Most job seekers don't just need information. They need feedback. They need someone to look at the resume and say, this is just not clear enough, and why. They need someone to look at their LinkedIn profile and say, this is not positioning you correctly. Here's how to do it. They need someone to hear an interview answer and say, this doesn't prove the point that you think it proves. This is the best way to do it. And this is why live support matters. The content gives you a system. The coaching and review sessions help you implement it properly. If you cannot attend live sessions for whatever reason, you can contact me and my team 24 hours a day, Monday to Friday, via direct message here. We will get back to any questions or queries that you have, either via text, via video response, or via voice note. We want you to get answers as quickly as possible and as accurately as possible. Okay, so don't feel like you have to attend every single live session. If you have a burning question, just send us a DM and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. You also get access to our job board. Okay, this is important because I don't want the accelerator to just be strategy. You need roles to act on. New jobs are posted every single week, and the job board gives you opportunities across STEM, tech, data, software engineering, AI, analytics, and other related fields. The goal is to help you combine strategy with action. You are not just learning what to do. You're using a system, improving your positioning, and then applying that strategy to real opportunities. Inside the job board, we share opportunities that are also open for people that require sponsorship at some point down the line, which is super important. So there are two membership options, Standard and Premium. Standard is $49 per month, or $197 per year if paid annually. Standard gives you access to the full STEM Career Accelerator system, live coaching, Q&A, and review sessions, resume support, LinkedIn support, networking support, interview prep support, workshops, job board, AI tools, templates, downloads, and community messaging support. The entire thing. Premium is $149 per month, or $897 per year when paid annually. Premium includes everything in Standard, plus deeper support. So if you want the full system and community support, Standard membership will give you that. If you want more support, a deeper feedback, and a higher level of help, Premium might be the better fit for you. The right option depends on how much support you want around your job search. But either way, the goal is the same. Give you a clearer system, better feedback, and stronger execution. Now, I want to be upfront. This is not for people who want to join, do nothing, and hope a job appears. You need to do the work. You need to show up. You need to watch the right modules. You need to use the tools. You need to ask questions. You need to take feedback. You need to improve your resume and LinkedIn. You need to apply strategically. You need to network consistently. You need to prepare for interviews, and you need to stay accountable. The accelerator can give you the system, the coaching, the resources, the tools, and the support. But your results still depend on your execution. If you want a magic button, this is not it. If you want a structured system that helps you work on the right things with support around you, then this is exactly what it was built for. A lot of people look at coaching programs and ask, can I afford this? And that is definitely a fair question. But I also want to ask a better question. What is your current job search already costing you? Because the expensive version of the job search is not joining a coaching program. The expensive version is spending 6 more months applying to roles that you're not positioned for. It's missing interviews that you could have earned. It's rewriting your resume over and over without knowing what's wrong. It's applying to the wrong roles. It's losing confidence. It's going into interviews without a clear strategy. It's leaving money on the table because your positioning is weak. It's guessing your way through a market that rewards clarity. And that is the real cost. Time lost is hard to get back, and opportunities you miss today will not wait forever. And confidence gets harder to rebuild the longer you stay stuck. The point of the accelerator is to help you stop repeating the same mistakes and start moving with a clearer system. So, if the STEM Career Accelerator feels like the right fit for you, join, and I'll see you inside. If standard membership gives you the level of support that you need, start there. If you want deeper support and more direct help, choose premium. And if it does not feel like the right fit right now, that's also completely fine. My goal is still exactly the same. I want to help more STEM job seekers stop guessing and start approaching the market with more clarity, confidence, and strategy. But if you are ready to fix the parts of your job search that are costing you interviews and offers, the accelerator is here to help you do that. Join, choose the membership that best fits you, and I will see you inside the STEM Career Accelerator.